Welcome, I'm David.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Desmonds Donders.
Good morning, or sorry, good afternoon, as it's just after midday, and welcome to Glenlivet Estate. We have been here before on quite a few occasions, but this is the first time I've seen it this overgrown. We saw some people yesterday with very large tanks of what looked like weed killer. They went off on a big 4x4. So I assume they come from the estate, and possibly there's hogweed, or giant hogweed, and they've gone to kill it. But the way they were dressed, there was definitely something going on. Hello butterfly, where are you going? That way I can't follow you. So, and then this morning before we got up, I heard strimmers. So somebody's obviously been out strimming the grass somewhere. But to be honest, I can't tell you where, because it doesn't look any different than it did yesterday. So, hey ho. The Glenlivet Estate really does try and keep the estate in good condition for the people who work on it, the people who earn money from it, and for the people who come like us to walk and enjoy just the peace and quiet. We decided to come here because usually it's very quiet and there's not a lot of people. Oh, that's different, it's coos. Okay, this could be fun. We obviously picked the wrong weekend, because this is a weekend that the Glenlivet Estate workers have decided to come and tidy stuff up a bit. We haven't seen the sheep or the deer in the field across from the park up. They could be in there, but you wouldn't see them. The grass is so flippin' high. Makes me feel like I'm at home. Hello, I hear you. And we haven't really seen a lot of birds. Basically because the leaves are all on the tree. Yes, I hear you. On the trees, which makes them a bit harder to be seen. And it is nice to know that they're about. And the last time we were here, I spoke to the gentleman that bought the old farmhouse. That you go past to get to the puddle, which is where we're going, because I want to see if there's any dragonflies. Probably not. Well, it could be interesting going past the cows. Hey ho. Also, I'm not wearing red, I'm wearing pink. As all the cows, most of the cows are lying down, I assume they think it's going to rain. Right, where's the cattle grid? I assume that wherever they were killing weeds or spreading the weed killer on. Oh, it's been sold, excellent. Wouldn't be anywhere near the livestock, but I honestly don't know where they've gone because I didn't ask them. I don't know if you can see the cloud formations, but they are beautiful. The good thing about today is it's not as warm and muggy as it was. Well, it's not as warm as it was yesterday. and it's not raining. It really is, or has been, a very weird summer. David's listening to the cricket. Third day of the test match. Hello cows, I'm not going to hurt you. Cow pat's lovely. They're fine as long as I leave them alone and they leave me alone. They're bigger than me. Usually when we come here, this place is full of sheep. But oh, I could have sworn I heard a vehicle coming. It's the other side of the river, it's on the road. Never mind. At least it's not like when we were in Scaling and I walked up the hill and had the cows following me up and down the field, thinking I was going to feed them. I can see swallows on the telegraph pole. David's not going to pick him up because they're too little. Hello, they're gorgeous. I think you're already on the list. So, there. No incident with the coos. I'm not important enough for them to move. Oh dear. Hey, oh, forgive me if I'm babbling rubbish, but I've just done my first week of morning shift, getting up at 4:15 in the morning. I'm not a morning person. We're night owls. We tend to go to bed at stupid o'clock in the, well, midnight usually, and then read in bed for a while and then go to sleep. You can't do that if you're getting up 4 hours later. So that's why we wanted to come somewhere quiet, just for a change. We've had some lovely meetups with people this year. In fact, to be honest, I think this is the most meetups we've ever done in a year, and it's only July. But, the reason we came somewhere quiet was so that I could chill out and, you know, gather my strength back up for another week of morning shift. The best thing about doing morning shift, see, told you, not important enough to move. Is the fact that you finish at 12:30 on a Friday, which means we can get away earlier in the van. So I think we arrived here about 2 o'clock yesterday. So you basically get an extra afternoon Donders. And then on Sunday it starts all over again. Get everything ready for going away to work. Right, sorry, cattle grid, and this one's got round grids, not square ones. so it's slightly more awkward to walk along. There we go, sorted. And there's the sheep with the coos. And last year when we came, this bit here, beside these trees, had pigs in it. And this is part of the public footpath that takes you to Cromdale, which is the other side of them there hills. And before you ask, that's not where we're going. It's 7 miles. One way, and I wouldn't walk it on my own, because knowing me, I'd get lost. Well, it's almost a definite I'd get lost. But there was a few people chatting outside the van before we got up, and they've all headed off. So they've either done or doing the Avon pass, or they're doing the Cromdale path, because whoever they were talking to drove the car off, or a car off. So they're possibly going for a walk and then get picked up and brought back to the cars. Oh crike, right. This is covered in thistles, nettles, and it's also diamond shaped grid, which means there's bigger holes for your feet to fall through, even my size 7 feet. Sorry, you'll have to bear with. There we go. So what do you think of the view? It's worth it, isn't it? And if you go the other path, on the other side of the park up, it takes you through the side of the river, where the obviously fishermen have their little places to fish. I don't know what you call them. And then across the other side of the river is a distillery. Yes, you're never very far from a distillery around here. It would be so nice to see this place getting made up again, because it's been empty for so long, and then the couple that bought it unfortunately had to go for whatever reason, and they put it up for sale. But he'd done a lot of work on the outbuildings. Oh, pigeon. Such a shame. I'm sure these buildings could tell you some stories. Because obviously at the other side of this is a water wheel. Whoops. And they've obviously gone because the white truck's gone. And windows and doors and things are open, which is a shame. So, whoever's bought it, I wish you a lot of luck in bringing this place back to life. Wood store and all sorts. In the old days when they never threw anything out, just in case it could be used for something else. Unlike some of today's people that thinks everything is disposable. Use it once, chuck it out. Okay. You see the old water wheel. I'd love to see that back in action. But it's not up to me. Although saying that, the water wheel that they've put in at Scaling, I've yet to see it working. But then I don't go there on the open days. Too many people, and you probably wouldn't get in the car park. So, and we did see a brown mountain here, or just a brown here yesterday, but by the time we realised what it was, it scarpered. So no video, no pictures. Sorry, I'm swapping hands a sec. Hello, butterfly. It is muggy. And I have got my jacket on, which I'm beginning to regret, but I'd rather have it than being able to take it off than not have it and need it. Because the weather we've been having recently, you've got no guarantees that you're not going to get wet. And here's our destination, the puddle. Well, I call it puddle. If you continue up this path, that is the path to Cromdale. Oh, there's something in the water. Small fishies. I hear you. Right, let's see if we can get closer to the water so I can see and wait for dragonflies. Oh shush. Look at that. Right, I'm going to switch off for a bit. I'll catch you up in a while. So that's me back on my way to the van. No dragonflies. Well, I didn't see any. Saw a few butterflies and a few fish rising in the pond. But there wasn't any way round to where I wanted to sit to wait for them without getting soaking wet. So I stayed for about 10 minutes and the wind picked up, the surface of the water all rippled, and I thought, nah, I'm not going to see anything. So I've just come back down the hill. It is very muggy and I'm quite warm. This jacket is obviously not required, but I'll just head back to the van and sit and probably have another cup of tea. So I may come out again later, but I may go the other way, not to see dragonflies, just to go for a walk. There's the paths are really quite overgrown, and that's about it. Sorry, the wind's picked up a little bit, which is nice, apart from it's warm wind, if that makes sense, which is not helping with the humidity. So thank you for coming with me. Get out, enjoy the sunshine, enjoy nature, enjoy each other's company. I'm going to go sit with David and listen to the cricket. Not that I have any idea what's going on. I've been listening to Test Match Special for over 40 years and I've still got no idea. But he enjoys it. So take care all, and we'll catch you the next time. Hello and welcome back. This is the second walk of the day, and I decided to go the other route, and I'm now heading back towards Desmond. My memory seems to be playing tricks on me, because I'm sure there was a lot more to see than what I'm seeing, but everything's so overgrown, obviously because it's been wet and mild, that everything's just had a growth spurt like you wouldn't believe. Where I was expecting to see the partridges and lapwings, the field has now got cows in it. Didn't hear lapwings at all. I've seen gulls, I'm not sure what type because they were too far away, but there was a tractor which was obviously ploughing a field, so the gulls were behind it, obviously in the hope of catching whatever being turned up or over by the tractor. I heard ducks, I also saw them, but they were in the middle of a field, which was a bit unusual for them, or at least I think it is, because I couldn't see any water, but no doubt they know what they're doing. Too far away to get a decent picture of them though. And so far there's been one vehicle gone past me, and that's it, and that was a postman or lady. I think it was a man, I'm not sure, I wasn't really paying attention. Just get out vehicles road and let them get past. There are pathways down to the river for the fishermen, but it also says life jackets required, so one, I don't have a life jacket, and two, the paths look awfully overgrown and I'm not willing to risk it. So the views of the river are out, apart from what I can actually see between the trees, which is obviously not here because it's too far away. This is the other side of Balcorach Park up. And across the river is a distillery, which will come into view shortly. As far as the bird life's concerned, I think it's too quiet. I would have expected a lot more bird noise than I've heard. Hey ho. Something did run across the road in front of me. I'm not sure what it was, and I won't know until I get back to the van. So if David uses this, he'll no doubt put a caption up saying she was imagining things. It was quite long, with a long tail with a black tip. And the only thing I can think of with a black tip is an ermine. But I thought they were white. So I'll have to go and look up the book. There are a few farmhouses around here. And a house that looks like it might have been an old school, but that could just be me thinking my kind of thoughts. The round trees have got their berries on them, they're just not red yet. When we lived in Califer Road, we had a rowan tree in our back garden, and at that time David and I used to make homemade wine, and the book that we had suggested that you could use rowan berries. So we duly picked them, weighed them, washed them again, put them in the bucket, put everything else we needed in the bucket, and left them for a couple of days so that we could actually mash up the berries and strain them and make wine out of them. I never got past that stage because they absolutely stank. It actually smelt like a cigarette ashtray that you'd left for a couple of days. Well, you know when you walk into a pub, well, you used to, because they're not allowed anymore. We used to walk into a pub and all you could smell was stale beer and cigarette ash. That's what it smelt like, and I thought there's no way I'm drinking that. So the liquid got poured down the drain. I'm sure it was a great drain cleaner, and the berries went in the bin. Never tried it again. We used to make wine out of elderberries, but your hands would get black doing that. And apples if we could find them. And blackberries. We used to do apple and blackberry, and elderberry and apples as well. As you can see, the road's pretty quiet. The Tomintoul Highland Games are on today, so maybe people have gone there. And Spey Fest is on in Fochabers, which brings a lot of money into the village. The craft fair's on today. It's I think it's the 25th, 26th year this year. Obviously miscounting the years that were missed because of COVID. It's very popular, especially with the youngsters. I've been a few times. The first time I went, it was to see Phil Cunningham and Ollie Bain, and they were brilliant. And Fiona Kennedy was there as well. She's Callum Kennedy's daughter, I think he's the middle one, and she was good. Ali and Phil were on good form. I've also seen Edie Reader there, and Donnie MacLeod from Runrig. I think I've told you this before. Oh, there it goes again. And I bet we haven't seen it. I have no idea what it is. And it thinks I'm chasing it. Oh David, I hope you can get that. Last time I said that you couldn't. It's a fairly quick mover. Just go in the bushes, mate. I won't see you and I'm not going to catch you. There it goes. I get the camera up and it disappears on me. Sorry, that's not good for you. Well, at least that, I'm not imagining it. Not put me thing. Come on, just go off the path and then you won't feel like you're being chased. Come on, have your heat. That's it. Go in the bushes. Hello, gorgeous. Well, whatever it was, run about here, and I've just chased off 2 yellowhammers, I think. Although they looked a bit big for yellowhammers. Check the book when I get home. Oh, and in case you're wondering, home is Desmond at the weekend, and home during the week is Foppers. And David has approximately 5 or 6 bird books in Desmond. And we have books on butterflies, insects, wildlife, flowers, mushrooms. We have quite a library of wildlife books. We've also got the rough guides to Scotland. Hello, little one. And you're a bit big. The islands, and also foraging books, which, thanks JP for the hint. I bought the book, but I'm still a bit wary of picking stuff because kinda like the guy says, if you're not 100% sure, leave it. That's the way I feel about stuff. So oh dearie me. I didn't bring water with me last time, I should have done. That was a bit silly. Yeah, I'll give you a quick scoot round. Not too quick. This is where I saw the ducks and they've disappeared. And you can probably hear the river from here, but you can't really see it. So I'm going to say goodbye for now, because all this bit after here is just the same. It's agricultural, with cows in it, and then we get closer to the van. So thanks for coming with again. We really do appreciate your support, and your comments are always well received. I may not answer them all, but I do read them all. Sometimes it just takes me a while to get round to them. But thank you again, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care all.
Thank you for watching Desmonds Donders. And whatever you're doing in the countryside, please take nothing but memories and leave nothing but tracks. Please subscribe and ring that bell to be notified of our future videos.